Well, how are you all today? That was a bit of a confusion today, trying to get on live. I don't know what was going on. I thought I had it figured out last week, but clearly I don't have it figured out because it had me all up in a ball and a heap again today. So just coming on for a quick chat and a chin wag, see how people are getting on and what's going on in the farmyard world of stream. Hello, Cement Shoes. Good to see you too. Um, see what's going on in the world and what sort of things we have to chat about today because it's a wet, windy, cold day here, and I just felt like coming on and having a chat and hopefully be picked up humor right wise. Get myself in a good humor because that weather is just depressing. Have you any news, Cement Shoes? How are you doing? Um, I'm just trying to put on a banner and um, it's not really giving me a chance to. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, gee, you know what I'm like. So yeah, if she contacts me, that'd be brilliant. We'll have a chat and um see what happens. My head is full of conspiracies, so other people say it's full of other stuff, but I'll no. Hi, Shmita. How are you? I didn't. I stayed up and I stayed up because it said I thought it was supposed to be on at 10 o'clock first, and then I thought maybe that I got the adding of the times wrong, and 12 o'clock and still no sign of it. So I started to doze off, and that was me until 3 o'clock today, sleeping like a mad woman for some reason today. I did not, but it is in my notebook to check it out during the week. I was in Dublin a lot this week, so I didn't get to check out anything really. Mm. Just writing it down again just to make sure I don't forget. Put an asterisk beside it. But I know it's in my other room. I'm in the bedroom now, so I do know. Um, iceberg. I do know I have it written in a notebook out next door in the bedroom next door to me. I did need the sleep, and I didn't realize I needed it until I went unconscious in the bed last night. But I really tried to keep my eyes open, and I was watching Foodie Beauty, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fall asleep." And I was gone. Um, she's getting up to all sorts this week too. She's doing my head in. Um, I'm I'm gonna say not much because I know there was a lot around those trading cards from the 1950s, or not 1990s. I was very weary about the kids trading Pokemon cards and stuff. They're back doing that now, so all that card trading is all starting to come back again. Um, so I don't know how I'm feeling about it, but sure they're adults now, so I can't really stop them. But there was um there was stuff laced onto trading cards here in the 80s and 90s. Um, oh right, I must go and look at them. Well, I know it's where are they? Were they worldwide or was it just in the States or what? But cards here back then. Oh my god, excuse me, I'm ready for sleep again. Cards here back then, and even earlier than that, would have had powder on them, and the kids would have got been using their hands, and kids being kids, food into their mouths and whatever. So garbage pail kids. Were they the same as Cabbage Patch Kids? Um, Here there were football, trading cards, and Gaelic football, soccer. I think you call it soccer. Um, then you'd have the European soccer trading cards. Um, what else would the kids have been collecting in the 80s? Because I was only a child I was a teenager, so um, I'm not sure of any other ones. But then when I had kids, then there was the Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Simpsons, any cartoon that came out on the TV, there'd be making fun of the Cabbage Patch Kids. All right, okay. But no, I looked that up now as well. You've given me loads to look up, and I could have been doing this in Dublin on Wednesday while I was bored out of my absolute nut. I could have been looking up strange stuff. Um. So yeah, I have to still watch Jen and Dr. B last night. Was good. I was dying for the laugh as well. I needed a good laugh, but sure, I missed it. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to it. I'm gonna watch it soon, actually, before dinner. Collecting pogs. Really haven't got a clue what they are. I collected fancy paper and fancy pencils and fancy things like that, which is where I got my addiction to stationery, I think, because I'm stationery mad. Um, we'd go into school every morning, and somebody would have got a new notebook, and there was scented pages, and the Poirot or Perrier clown, depending on where you are or who, depending on who you are more than where you are, whether you called him Perriot or Perrier clown. Notepads with him on it, and Holly Hobby dolls and Care Bears and all these sorts of things, but beyond the pages. So we would all swap pages from all of our notebooks, and yeah, I'm glad you don't have one because I'd be probably spending all my money in it. Um, so we go into school and we swap. But if a notebook had a picture and a smelly page, if the pages smelt of oranges or fruit or perfume, um, that meant that was two ordinary pages of with just a picture because they were worth more. Oh, jeez, we should have been dealers, honest to God, because we were able to deal those cards or those pieces of paper crazy. You get one for that because there's a smell on it. Because my paper is worth more than your paper, so I want more money. Give me the money. Show me the money. And pens, coloring pens. Um, we didn't have gel pens, but you could get fancy coloring pencils and stuff. And oh yeah, it was all great crack. Yeah, I'm trying to think, but like the best thing about having your own shop is the fact that you can stock your own shop if if it's stock you're talking about. Oh God. Yeah, ex-husband went to Vegas there with his new wife a few weeks ago, and well, I don't know how they got on, but I'd imagine I don't know whether they got on well or not. I used to go out with my nieces. Now my nieces in would be older than me, and so they'd bring me out on a Friday night. After they'd get paid, they'd go and get new clothes and whatever. So they had no money really to go out. So um, they would. Jesus, I'm losing my words today. Oh yeah, they'd bring me out to the local pub because I was a shark back then at cards, and we'd play poker, 21, 31, anything like that, and they'd bring me so as we could get enough money together from my winnings to go to get into a nightclub and a few drinks. So that was my hustle years ago to get into a nightclub. I'd go and play cards in the pubs with the old fellas to earn a few pounds to get into a nightclub. She's You're very pessimistic about what you wanted to do, and apparently you'd be dead everywhere. You'd get fired. You'd be dead. Jesus, it's Sunday. Be optimistic. Not optimistic that these will happen, but optimistic that things wouldn't go happen. I know you are. I know you are. Oh, fight a bar, and I was the only person in it. Yeah, we wouldn't do great. I drink water most of the time, except for baby Guinnesses. Um, but yeah, I drink water. Yeah, yeah. If it's not ludicrous, you're not trying hard enough. How far does it have to be ludicrous? Uh, despicably cheerful. You can't be despicably cheerful. You're either cheerful or you're despicably boring. Yeah. So is that your party trick, being ludicrous? I was watching a short earlier on YouTube, and now that would probably drive half the people mad. But it was a pub here in Ireland showing how much crack can be had in the pubs here. And the woman was probably, she had to have been in her 80s or 90s, and out she was doing a jig for herself. Music was playing and everyone was clapping for her, and she was jigging away, and there was great crack going on. So I'd say that would probably pee an awful lot of people off. Because there are people that are like that. They just want to be miserable and stuck in their misery. Yeah, and she gave it socks, so she did. She was giving it socks. But my partner's mother was at her birthday 2 years ago, and it was quite an uh, aged birthday, quite good age birthday, and she was out line dancing um with the women she goes to the club with, and she was line dancing away, having a great old hoolie. Um, and there's an awful lot of people getting sore throats this week as well. I don't think there's one person that hasn't had a sore throat this week. Full of gossip today, aren't I? I just up in my room thinking, I'll just go and chat to someone. Do you know what? But they absolutely do. And they have the best stories. Well, I hope so, because the old Irish fellas, they're absolutely great crack. They have the best stories. They have the best anecdotes, and they'd spin a yarn and have you absolutely entranced in it. And then at the end of it, you'd realise this is a load of bullshit, and not a bit of it was true. And you'd be stuck into this yarn, and it would be absolute BS, the whole lot of it. They do have the best stories. I think that's another reason why I loved the job I was in. Um, there was so many elderly from different sociological backgrounds and different areas, different ages. Um, there was there was always a different story. Do you know, there was one man who trained horses as a young man, and God, he had great crack when they were out training the horses, because there'd be a load of men messing and joking, and then there'd be women that would have worked in factories together, and the stories that they'd bring home. Oh my God, the things that I'd be told, I was laughing and being looked after better. Well, that's wrong, because I did look after me people well, but they looked at people can be so um out of tune with the elderly people, do you know, especially the young people. They don't realize that soon it's going to be them that'll be old. But you learn a lot from elderly people as well. because they've gone through all the things we're going through now. They've gone through it two or three times, maybe more, depending on age and where they were brought up. Um, and don't really think of hardships. I'm very sorry to hear that, cement shoes. That's very sad news. That's a sign that they were very close. They were more than likely soulmates, and that's why they passed so soon together, because one couldn't be on the earth without the other. Were they close in age, I wonder? Or was there a connection star sign wise, or um there had to have been another connection that would have brought them back to source at such a close proximity and time. Um I'm very sad though. I'm very sorry for your loss. Aunts and uncles are great crack too. I only ever get to see the family at parties, wakes, christenings, weddings. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Um, it's such it's such a sad thing that you have to look out for elder abuse. Um, that would be going on. Was financial, emotional, spiritual, financial. Did I say that? Verbal, physical. You know, abuse of the elderly, and it does go on, and it's horrible to think that it goes on, because in other cultures these elderly people are so um sought after. Everybody wants to get around, sorry, around nanny and granddad that have the stories and the wisdom. you know a lot of the cultures could go back and look at these um cultural values of family and learn a lot from it. I have my daughter after coming in the front door, and my grandson and granddaughter will be up annoying me shortly. So I'm actually going to cut this short, cement shoes, if that's okay. Um, Thanks for chat, and I'm sure I'll come back on later and have another chat, and we will all connect later. Talk to you all soon, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.